Here we are in Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin at Road America for rounds 5 and 6 of the battery tender Global Mazda MX-5 Cup series presented by BFGoodrich Tires. Let's take a quick lap around this circuit using iRacing's virtual version of the Global Mazda MX-5 Cup car and find out what us pro drivers are really in for at this epic track. Crossing the start-finish line, we find ourselves on one of many long straights which characterize this track. For fast sweepers like turn 1, we want to carry as much mile per hour off this long straightaway and through the corner as possible. We'll do a nice light long brake, which will give us an even platform and allow us to take that entry speed we want down to the apex. Similar to turn 1, we want to take that speed all the way down to the apex of the corner. We'll feed in throttle as much as the tires will accept, and you'll notice we almost run the car off track trying to maximize that arc and get as much mile per hour as we can down this very long straight. If you happen to be following someone at this point in the track, you're going to get a big benefit from the draft. Now approaching turn 5, we're coming up to the hardest braking zone on the track. If there's not too many marbles, we can threshold brake past the outside curbing and give ourselves a better arc to the apex of the corner. On the exit, we'll use all of the track and then some so we can get the earlier throttle and carry RPM of the short climb to turn 6. This is a blind corner that requires a lot of finesse under the brakes as we crest this hill. We'll want to use all of the apex curbing and all of the exit curbing so we can get back to power as soon as possible. We'll then hurry the car over to the left so that we can dance it through this difficult, flat to nearly flat right-hander. Now on the turn 8, we're going to want to threshold brake here, but immediately start to bleed off the brakes, point the nose, and get back to smooth throttle on exit. We'll bend the car in for an early apex, taking a shallow line towards the center of the carousel. We want to hold full throttle until we reach the limit of the tires, and then we can breathe and rotate the car, daring ourselves to squeeze back the throttle as the car wiggles all the way out to the exit of the corner. Already at a high velocity, we're heading towards an extremely fast kink. This is a daunting corner, and you can see why. It's important to have slow, smooth hands on entry, being careful not to take too much curb, as this can upset the car and easily send you off track. At the end of this quick run, we approach Canada Corner, which is a very hard braking zone and makes for a great place to put a pass on someone. We'll threshold brake in a straight line, taking an earlier apex than you might think, using all of the apex curb and exit runoff to make the line work. From here, it's a short uphill climb to turn 13, which is blind on exit but deceivingly fast. We'll fight to keep the throttle on the floor and keep the car on the track as we crest this hill. We'll approach this final corner at an angle, loading the car early and increasing our steering all the way to the apex. We'll also have to be patient getting back to full throttle so that we don't pick up understeer and use all of the exit curb and beyond, maximizing that radius and getting us more RPM to take up this hill. During our MX-5 Cup races and the draft coming into effect, you can always expect a photo finish at the start-finish line. On our flying lap, however, now we're just focused on getting our shifts right and crossing the line to finish out a lap on this epic track.